guys, today I did a tutorial on a natural powder contour and highlight. It's quick and it's easy. It's definitely something that you can do daily because it's very wearable and it's just a way to naturally define and add dimension to the features of your face. So I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful and I will talk to you when it's done. I can also promise you guys that this is daylight friendly and sunlight friendly. Like, I know there's a lot of cream products that once you go outside, they don't look good anymore. They look really orange, or you can just see everything sitting on the skin and it looks a lot less attractive outside than it does inside. So I promise you that this is daylight friendly and you will not be shocked to see everything sitting on your skin once you go outside. So I'm going to start off first by applying foundation. I'm going to take some Shu Uemura Light Bulb and then just dot it all over my face, or do your foundation however you typically do. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and buff all of this out to even out my skin tone. Now that I've got my foundation done, I'm going to apply my concealer to highlight with it. I'm going to be using Givenchy Mr. Light today. And what I like to do is twist a little bit of product out and then on the back of my hand just kind of work with it on the brush so that I get more of a smooth application rather than all of the product just kind of sitting in the bristles. That way if you rub it back and forth, you really get it worked throughout the bristles. I hope that makes sense. What I like to do is highlight right under my eyes, get right down the center of the bridge of my nose, apply a little bit on the forehead in this shape, on the top of my lips, right in the bow, and I like to take some on the chin as well. Now I'm just going to take my fingers and blend all of this out, and then once I'm finished using my fingers, I will blend it out with the beauty blender. The warmth of your hands will really help it melt into your skin. I'm just going to go back in with the beauty blender and go over that Givenchy Mr. Light one more time so that I know it's really worked into the skin, and the beauty blender is going to pick up any of the excess product. Now we're going to set the concealer, and you want to set the concealer with something lighter than what you're going to set your face powder with because you don't want to lose the brightening effect of the concealer. Today I'm going to be using Bare Minerals Well Rested because if I were to set everything with what I'm going to use today, which is MAC Mineralize Skin Finish, I would lose the brightness of the concealer and it wouldn't look as bright and illuminated. I just use a little bit of this product because I don't want my under eyes to look cakey. So you're going to set everywhere you put that brightening concealer. I'm going to be taking MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply this wherever I have foundation so that it doesn't slide around. I like to use a fluffy brush just so that, again, I don't get too much coverage and things don't get cakey. I'm going to go in with a powder contour shade to define my features. Depending on the day, I use something different. A lot of times I like to use this shade right here from Anastasia. This one right here is called Fawn. I'll sometimes use this one. And just so that you guys can see the difference between the two kits, this is the light kit and this is the medium kit. So the medium kit is much deeper than the light kit. I think the light kit would even work for most medium skin tones. Today for my contour, I'm going to be using the shade Fawn from Anastasia, and I'm going to pick this up on a Sedona Lace 850 brush. I just lightly tap the brush into the product, and then you want to hit the brush so that you get off any of the excess and you don't get too much product deposit. And start off with a light hand so that you don't put too much product down at first because then it becomes more difficult to blend. Cheekbones. Eventually you will memorize where exactly you want your contour, but if you're having a hard time figuring it out, just suck your cheekbones in. Right here, this line right there, I like to go a few centimeters above it rather than right inside of it, because if you go right inside of it, you're not going to really give as much of a lifting effect. And I like to start back around the hairline. That way you don't put too much product in the middle of your cheek. It's easier to blend out if you start from the back of the bone. And as far as you want to bring this contour shadow in on the inside of your face, it's really up to you, but I typically don't like to bring mine much farther than the outer corner of my eye. Always remembering to tap off the excess so that you don't get too much. I like to contour a little bit right in my hairline. And then the last thing I contour is my nose. Still use the same ankle brush, and all I do is just lightly define the sides just to add a little bit of dimension, and I'll hit the bottom of it a little bit too. All right, so now this is my face contour. You guys can see it's just light, but it adds definition to the face. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using Too Faced Endless Summer. I'm obsessed with this one, and I'm just gonna pick it up on a big fluffy brush from Sonia Kashuk. If you contour and bronze with the same shade, you lose definition. You wanna contour and bronze with two different shades so that they're differentiated, rather than contouring and then bronzing with the same color, because then it's just gonna look like a muddled line, you know what I mean? I like to use this on a big fluffy brush because then the bronzer doesn't get concentrated anywhere too intense. Now I'm going to apply my blush, and today I'm going to be using one of my absolute favorites. This is Blushing Bride by Tarte, and I'm going to pick this up on an angled brush. This is a Zoeva 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush, and I like to put my blush on the apples of my cheeks. I find that for my face shape, if I do the smile and then apply the blush to the apples of your cheeks, when I'm not smiling, my blush is down by my mouth. So my trick is doing the same thing, sucking your cheeks in and applying it like right about here. But like I said, eventually you will just know exactly where you want to put the blush on your face once you get used to applying it. So I like mine right about in this area. After blush, I do my highlight, and highlighting is my favorite thing. Highlighters, illuminators, and bronzers are my favorite makeup products. I've told you guys that millions of times. I have tons of highlighters. It's my favorite because it just makes the skin look so luminous and glowing, and I absolutely love it. Today I'm going to be using Galactic Face Glow. This one is in the shade Natural, and my favorite highlighting brush, if you guys haven't already figured it out, is the Real Techniques setting brush. I just think that this does the best job at highlighting. Again, you're gonna tap off the excess, and I'm gonna start off with highlighting my cheekbones. And then start blending it. Kind of apply and blend as you go. And then I like to take this right under the brow bone, and then right up into the temple. So as you guys just saw, boom, 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 and then we'll do it on the other side as well. Just kind of hold the brush more at the back, and then you'll get a little bit sheer of an application, and it won't look too intense. And then you can always, you know, build it up as you go along. Go right on the center of the bridge of my nose, the bow of the lips, and right on the right on the chin. Alright, and this is the end result of light powder contour and highlighting. You can always finish this off with some MAC Fix Plus if you want a little bit more of a dewier finish, or you can use some makeup setting spray, whatever you like. I don't have any setting spray or anything on right now. I hope you guys found this contour and highlight video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will have product links, information, everything that you guys want to know about this tutorial is going to be in the description box down below. And if you still have some questions, then feel free to ask them to me. Please also don't forget to come follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll have those linked down below as well.